General job site safety is very interesting because you see some products like the defective rim where the problem is addressed, the product is recalled, the design is changed, and people don't get hurt. Okay? That's happened with dozens, hundreds, thousands of products by thousands of manufacturers in America. On-site job safety, the problems haven't changed that much over 30 years, and I'm thinking back to when I was a very young lawyer. One of the first catastrophic injury cases that I handled occurred because an individual that I represented fell, and he fell under a handrail from a second-story tire racking system. He fell, landed on his back, and became a paraplegic. The tire racking system that he was walking on, a catwalk, didn't have what's called a midrail, something between the guardrail at the top and the floor of the catwalk. Okay? It was about 4 feet between the top and the bottom. Well, OSHA, building codes, safe manufacturing, and safe job site safety standards say you have to have midrail protection so that people or things can't fall in between. So that was almost 35 years ago. Here we are 35 years later, and I'm still handling cases just like that on dozens of job sites in Minnesota where you have missing guardrails on catwalks, missing midrails, missing toe plates, open floor holes. In the early 1970s, OSHA said you have to have guardrails where there's a 3 or 4 foot drop where you can fall for as little as 3 or 4 feet. You have to have a guardrail, and you have to have a midrail, and you have to have a toe plate. The building code has said essentially the same thing going back to the 40s and 50s. Okay? That's the law. The law has also said that you can't have open holes in floors that people can fall into, because even though they might be open and people can or should see them, they don't. They're working. They're busy. They're distracted. They're trying to do their job. And the one thing our government learned after years of study was that if you don't have guardrails, and if you do have open holes in floors, people are going to fall in them. And when people fall in them, it's not going to be funny. They're going to get hurt. They're going to get hurt catastrophically. And the people that they work for are going to be harmed by losing a valued employee, and the families of the dead and the catastrophically injured are left to put the pieces together. So that's still a problem in America, even though we have building codes that go back 50, 60 years, even though we have OSHA. Now things have gotten better, but one of the cases I'm handling today, 35 years later, is just like the case I handled 35 years ago, where there was a missing midrail. In this case, there was a missing guardrail. No guard at all at the end of a catwalk, and a master electrician who was backing up, backed off of a catwalk, and is in a permanent vegetative state today because the guardrail that was supposed to be there wasn't there.